Hello and welcome to today's episode of What If I Messed Up Now? Today we have a Ford Edge 2019 with an 8F35 8-speed transmission. The transmission is slipping and jerking. I drove it and felt a torque converter shudder. The service advisor drove it around the parking lot and it was slamming hard into gear. It didn't do that for me, but there's no codes. I don't believe the fluid's ever been serviced. It's got 130,000 miles on it. So I think that being that these 8 speeds and 6 speeds are very hard on fluid, I think that the fluid is just really broken down and has gummed up shift solenoids and the torque converter clutch. Let's see if I can resurrect this thing. I like to run 2 different cleaners through it, drain and fill it 5 or 6 times, clear adaptive tables, drive it, and just see what it does. 14mm drain plug. Doesn't take much to break it loose or tighten it. Let's see how gross it is. This ought to be satisfying, servicing this and making it clean. Oh, yeah. Okay, it does not smell like burnt clutches. That's good. It just smells really used up. Very used up. See, look at that texture. I have not got approval to proceed yet, but I do have enough extra fluid here to get started, just in case they approve it. And besides, I want to anyway. Let's put some cleaner in it here. I believe that's for transmissions. Let me make sure. I'm not going to risk it. It talks about crankcase engine oil. But I will have BG cleaner. Plus, I will be replenishing the cleaners by adding this. And I'm going to be draining and filling it several times. Ooh, my aim is off today. There we go. Just going to get that snug up there, finger tight, because I will be draining it again. Good enough. Got the air box pulled out. I've got the funnel in here. If you've got an 8-speed, you're not sure how to do this, check out my 8-speed transmission service video. It'll show you how to pull the air box out. And this video does apply to about any transmission out there. If you've got a similar symptom and you want to try resurrecting it. Once again, I have no codes, and sometimes it shifts hard into gear, and it has got a torque converter shudder, and it's never been serviced, so, yep, just giving it a shot here. I'm just going to dump in 5 quarts and let it run for a while. I'm just pouring pure life into this transmission right now. It's going to gurgle up at me. The 8 speeds have a plug that's labeled "Do Not Remove" right here. Go ahead and remove that. It'll allow for improved airflow right here. Well, shop foreman said this can be used in a transmission. Let's get this thing extra clean. It's going to get in there with the fresh fluid, and it's going to clean out all the solenoids, clean the torque converter clutch. And like I said, I'll be draining it a couple more times. Well, 3, 4, 5 more times, because I'm going to be running another cleaner through it. And I'm going to add friction modifiers, fluid conditioners. Let me know in the comments if this is satisfying, watching me rejuvenate this transmission with the nasty fluid in it. If so, I'll make more videos like this. Got 1 more quart to go on the first fill here, and I did just get approval. So I'm going to run this through here, drain it out, fill it again, and put the BG cleaner in. There goes the last of the 5th quart. I'm going to go ahead and pop this "Do Not Remove" cap back on here. I can't talk today. And I think on this first fill here, with the Multi-Max cleaner, I'm just going to let it idle for about 15-20 minutes. Then I'm going to drain it, then put the BG fluid in, the cleaner, with 5 quarts of ULV. Then I'm going to let it idle for 5 minutes. Then I'm going to rev the engine about 20 times and work that cleaner through the torque converter clutch. Then I'm going to run it through the gears. Circulate the cleaner through the solenoids, try to get the varnish and everything out of the shift solenoids and get it all clean, and drain it again. Probably do that 2 or 3 more times. Well, 3 or 4, let's say. Got all that fresh new fluid and that mop cleaner running through here. Just going to let it idle for a while. Work all that cleaner through. Just clean the camera lens. I did find enough ULV to drain and fill it again. for a grand total of 5 drains. That ought to be great for this transmission. There's the friction modifier I'll be adding for the torque converter shutter. There's the fluid conditioner I'll be adding as well. And that's the BG cleaner. Okay, I revved it a few times, ran it through the gears, worked that cleaner through the valve body and solenoids. Let's go ahead and drain it for the first time and see what it looks like. Well, second time draining it. Are you as excited as I am? No? Okay, I'll see a psychiatrist then, and I'll let you know what the results are. Almost out here. And... oh yeah. Wow. That's... yeah, I can smell some of the cleaner in it. It's definitely not as good as the BG cleaner. But I'm going to be using that anyway. Yeah, that picked up that dirty fluid really well. I think after 5 drains, this is going to be nice and clean coming out of here. Once again, if you are trying to do your 8-speed transmission service, this isn't really the video for you. I have a separate video for that. Like, for example, the fill plugs on the side. I won't be showing all that on this video. Check plug. Did I say fill plug? I'm sorry. But this will be a good video to show if any kind of magic can occur just by servicing a transmission. I have all the bottles decapitated. Okay, about to put in the last quart here. Since I put in that BG cleaner, I'm definitely going to let it run extra long this time. Run it through the gears longer, more times, and rev up the engine as well to really pull that cleaner through the torque converter clutch. Going to start it up now, let it idle for 10 minutes, get that cleaner worked through, and I'll see you then. Okay, I'm going to rev the engine. It's going to work the cleaner in really well. It's going to agitate deposits in the torque converter. Just hold the RPMs up here. Let it continue to mix the cleaner in. Just holding the RPMs up. It's good enough. Go reverse to drive. It's going to work solenoids for the direct clutch, forward clutch, and whatever other solenoids are used in reverse and drive on the 8F35. At this point, I may just continue and cut to the draining portion of each service. So you just want to see the drain each time now, from now on? Okay, that's what I'll do. Okay, let's see what it looks like here. Alright, that's what I like to see. It's still pretty filthy, but you can tell that it's starting to clear up a little bit. You can smell the cleaner in the fluid. That's good. Hopefully that cleaner will stay in there a little longer. A couple more drains. Alright, see you next time. On the next drain. Last little bit going in. Okay, back down here again. See what it looks like this time. Okay. Definitely starting to clear up, getting more of a red shade to it. Still smell some cleaner in it, which I'm fine with that. Alright, I'm going to fill it up one more time and drain it for you. There goes the last of it. Final drain. Last time draining it. Let's see what it looks like here. Moment of truth. Alright. That's certainly not black and grimy anymore. Look at that. It's so much better than it was. Holy cow. Oh yeah, it smells like clean transmission fluid. I think we're doing a good thing for this transmission here. I think it's going to fix the harsh shifts and the torque converter shutter. It's about the last of it there. Almost. Panel's on. fluid conditioner. Smells like chicken. No, I'm just kidding. Get all that in there. This is the final fill. Friction modifier for the torque converter shutter. The conditioner should help with that as well. I'm not sponsored by anybody here. Let's get the remainder of the fluid in there. Slowly draining down. Very slowly. One eternity later. Okay, the last of it's almost in. I'm going to go ahead and get the air box back in. Let the engine idle for 30 to 45 minutes. Let that conditioner and friction modifier really work into that torque converter clutch. Yeah, I'll talk to you at that point. Probably go to lunch here before that. After that, I'm going to clear codes out, reset transmission tables, and go for a ride with you. Alright, just started back up. Okay, get the airbox back together, codes cleared out, transmission adaptive tables are reset. Let's go for a ride, shall we? Still felt the firm shift and some converter shutter, but that's fine. Let me tell you, if you did this to get rid of torque converter shutter and you still feel it, go on the interstate. Here, let me get on the interstate, I'll show you. Okay, I'm on the interstate. I've slowed down to about 50, full throttle. Hold it there. Hold the accelerator down until you get about 70, then let go. Slow back down to about the speed limit. Repeat that 15 to 30 times. That is going to work the conditioner and friction modifier into the torque converter clutch really well. Force any remaining varnisher deposits off the converter clutch as well. And anytime I've had torque converter shutter, even after a service, that's taking care of it. So like I said, I'm down to about 50, full throttle. Let off and coast back down to the speed limit. Repeat that 15 to 30 times, and that should take care of your torque converter shutter. That'll work the additives and all that in. All right, I'm going to keep driving here and see if I'm happy with the operation of this transmission. I forgot I reset adaptive tables on the transmission, so it's relearning, and I'm over here flooring the throttle over and over again. No wonder I'm getting some clunky shifts still. Wow, I'm glad I'm not on that travel lane. Holy cow. I think the accident's like 5 miles up the road from there, too. Full throttle. Oh boy, there's traffic where I'm at now, too. This transmission's starting to not feel so good. I hope I get back to the shop. Believe the torque converter shutter's taken care of, but looks like there's more going on than meets the eye that I thought was going on at first, you know what I mean? Kind of hard to tell right now, but it feels like it's hunting for gears or losing engagement occasionally just for a split second. There were no codes either, and obviously the fluid level's right in the transmission. Coming to a stop here. Watch this when I come to complete stop. Oh, it's not going to do it now. When it goes in and out of second gear, it slams really hard. Yeah, alright, it jerked there. Well, okay, just want to show you that shift there. So at least they're not going to have to spend so much on fluid to flush the transmission lines and all that out. It's been kind of cleaned out now. The flush, the transmission service was only like $350, so that's not the end of the world when it comes to an $8,000 transmission. But yeah, if you have just a torque converter shutter, the service that I did here will take care of it. But if you feel like you're losing engagement and slamming in gears and stuff, it may not fix it. So just keep that in mind. When I drove this the first time, all I felt was torque converter shutter. The advisor said there were some firm shifts, but I thought it was just gummed up solenoids. It feels like there's a lot more going on here than just that. Since there's no codes, there's most likely something coming apart in the transmission. So once a gear's fully engaged and you feel it losing engagement while it's engaged, most of the time, well, if not all the time, it's going to be an issue with a clutch pack or a band or whatever your transmission has inside. This one doesn't have bands, but the solenoid applies the clutch, and it's not going to unapply it. It's going to, if it works, it's going to hold the clutch on, and then it's up to the clutch to stay applied. And in this case, I believe there's a hard part failure or a clutch pack failure. Well, ooh, did you see that? Did you hear that? That was a hard shift. Woo, you might want to rewind that if you missed that. Anyway, like I said, they're not going to have to spend as much on fluid now to flush the cooler out for the transmission when they replace it. And I'm going to cut my labor down. I don't mind not earning as much on this job now. This is the nature of the beast, but that's going to help cover the price difference there on whether or not they had just done the transmission in the first place or this. I mean, I kind of suggested this as an idea, so it's kind of my fault too. So I'll make it right. I mean, I told them ahead of time it was, you know, just a shot in the dark here. But yeah, it took care of the torque converter clutch, but it looks like there's more going on. Hope this helps. If you have a torque converter shutter, this will help you out. So if you like this video, please leave a like and subscribe if you'd like. Have a great day. I hope it was fun to watch. All right, thanks for watching.